Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to section 9. So in this section, we're going to chop it up in a couple of videos. The first section is going to be fairly straightforward, I think. We're going to just go over what a file stream is, which is essentially just reading and writing files pragmatically, so using code to do that. And the second part is going to be on regular expressions, which aren't going to be as straightforward, but um, I think you guys will get them. They're not too bad. I think that they're intimidating when you first see them, but after you play around with them a little bit, you'll see they're actually very, very powerful. Okay, let's get into it. So, um, what is a file stream? So this is a file stream right here, this FS. So, well, I guess before I get into file stream, I should probably explain what require is. So if you guys notice, when you create a new project in Rappel, you create a Node project, right? And that's what's special about Node. Node emulates a browser, so you can run JavaScript on the desktop, right? Um, and that's what you guys are gonna that's what you guys have been doing this entire time. And it's this special system. Think of it like that, and it has special modules. Okay, that's what these are called. These are called modules. And when you do require FS by the way stands for file stream. When you do require FS, you're importing the FS module and you're assigning it to this FS, right? That's what we have here. Const FS equals require FS. So we're importing that module, and when you import a module is just code that's already written for you. Okay, it's really, really helpful, and actually, all languages, a lot of languages and frameworks and libraries, that's what they have. They have pre-written code for you, and all you have to do is call it, and it does something. It's awesome, and that makes your life as an engineer much, much easier. Um, so that's what we're doing here. We're not going to learn how to write your own file stream. That would be silly. We're going to learn how to use one that's already made because that's going to be way more applicable to what you're going to be doing. So here is that's how you import it. That's how you import the file stream. Okay, and now we have the file path. Okay, this is the file path for you. Since you guys are going to be using Repel, you actually don't need this first part. I need it because I'm running my code out of Visual Studio Code. But in Repel, you just need the file name. And we're going to be reading this file. This file is called names.txt. It's a text file, and it just has my name in it for now. So here, oh, let me put this back in. So again, this is just this extra part here before the names. This is just something I need to do specifically for my local environment that I have. So this is the file name or the file path. And then we're going to call read file sync. That's the method you're going to use. So fs, so file stream dot read file sync. You're going to put the file path in, and you're going to use the UTF-8 encoding. What is an encoding? Well, that is beyond the scope of this class right now. If you're interested in encodings, you can go ahead and Google them and read about them. But for now, just make peace that you have to put this in when you read file sync. Okay? When you call this method, and you put the file path that you want to be read. So we're going to put this file path in. We're going to read it as UTF-8, and it's going to return a string to us. Okay, this is going to be a string, and this string is going to contain all the contents of this file. Okay? And then we're going to console log the names, or in our case, the contents of what we read. Okay, so when we run this, it should just have my name come up here. And there it is. Okay, it is that simple. So that's how you read a file. How do you write to a file? Well, you use append file. Um, so appending to a file is, well, exactly that, just writing to it. So here we have Tom, Jerry, and these are space or enter, right? Or line breaks. They're just escapes. So this is going to say Amr, Tom, Jerry, right? Um, so again, we are going to call fs append file file path. We're going to give it the same file path. This is what we're writing. These are the contents of it. And then this is a special this is a function. We're passing actually a function into a function. I know it's kind of weird to think of that, but you can do that. And all we're doing is we're just catching an error. And if the error if there is an error, right, if this is a truthy value, we are going to console log the error. So actually, you know what? I think it would be easier if I showed you how this error function worked first, okay? So I don't know, let's put the number 77 in front of here in a space. Okay, this doesn't exist, okay? So that does not exist in my directory. And so this is going to throw an error, and you're going to see what kind of error right now when we run this. There it is. Okay. So it's going to say error E-N-O, E and whatever that. I don't know what that means. Oh, but here we go. This we can read. This part. No such file or directory. Open 77 section 9 blah 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 blah, right? So it's telling you, hey, your file path is wrong. That's what that means. No file or directory. And so if you guys see that and you guys have errors, make sure you put this in the code. Don't forget these brackets as well, and then the closing parentheses for the file append. But if you see that, you know that means that there's something wrong here. But again, for your assignment, for what you guys are going to be doing, all you need is the name of the file .txt. In your case, it's going to be emails.txt. Okay, so you would just replace this with emails, and that's it. Okay. So let's actually call this correctly, right? That's what we were trying to do. So let's call this correctly, and let's see if it appends it the way that we think it will. So let's see right now there's nothing here. So let's see if Tom and Jerry will show up. So we're gonna run the code. Okay, see that time there's no errors, and there it is. Look at that. It's like magic, right? So let's read the file now. All right, let's see how this looks like. Okay, so we're gonna read it. And there you go. Pretty cool, right? Um, and that's pretty much it for reading, writing, and appending files. Writing files. So the other thing that append does actually is if this file doesn't exist, it'll actually create it. It'll create it for you. So that's what's cool about it. But for the sake of this class, you guys don't need to know all. You don't need to know all the extra file streaming stuff. I mean, I would encourage you to go and look. I'll definitely put links um, in the assignment, in the not in the assignment, sorry, in the notes. I'll put links if you're interested in learning more. But um, you know, this is just for the sake of simplicity, this is really all you're going to need to know. Specifically, you're going to need to know how to read this file, okay? Because you're going to need to know that for your assignment. Okay. So that's it for this part. Next, we're going to be going over regular expressions.